Good evening, Martin.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. Quickly telling the world we're live on all the usuals. Share on Facebook, because it's the only way we can tell people on Facebook, hey? Because otherwise people on Facebook don't know us.
They don't know.
There we go.
Just
We
remind them
live.
not to do it.
We live. Come watch with us.
Right now.
Okay, there we go. Post to Facebook, and there we go. I'm posting to Facebook. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Discover TV.
Hello.
New Music Mondays. I've had a horrific day. My computer crashed. It's gone in, and then I tried to reformat it, and apparently I deleted the wrong thing, and
Damn it.
they had to pick it up, and it's like, oh man, whatever could go wrong would go wrong today. So, yeah.
Technology's hard.
It's that. We discussed this last week, didn't we? It's that Mercury retrograde thing.
Mercury's in it. That's right. Gosh, you're right. Yeah, technology, it goes wonky. It wonkers.
Yep.
Wonkers.
Mercury retrograde has
goes
taken me.
wonky. That's right.
Has
Well,
just
somebody then
taken
told
me
that
for rubbish.
Venus and Mars are also in retrograde at the moment, or something. Somebody told me. So you know.
So that just means we're more effed.
It's a shitstorm. Yeah. Basically.
Total shitstorm. We have absolutely no control. But anyway. So yeah, welcome to New Music Mondays here, live from Johannesburg in South Africa and from London
UK.
in the United UK. How's the weather?
Today is very nice. We had a really bad storm on Saturday. Yesterday was lovely. Today is rather nice. Tomorrow's cloudy, rainy for the rest of the week, I think. That's it now. Forget it. It's gone. But,
No, we've had crappy, beautiful weather. Because it's so hot, and all the mosquitoes are coming out, which means you're just scratching and itching everywhere, and it's like, oh man, it's a nightmare.
You're not selling South Africa to us today. It's horrible.
No,
Don't
just-
come to South Africa. It's horrible.
It's horribly hot. Don't come here. It was 35 degrees today, and horribly hot.
How disgusting.
Yeah.
No, we've got winter coming, and we're in official winter now. Well, we're not. We're in autumn, aren't we? But we've gone back to, I don't know. We've gone back to normal, away from. We're on standard Greenwich Meridian time.
Which kind of nearly messed us up tonight, because we had to kind of try and see if we could move guests around and everything, because we're not used to it. So just for everybody that does watch, from next week we will be 8 p.m. South African time and 6 p.m. UK time. So I must just remember to update all the posts and the posters and everything like that, because otherwise I get horribly confused. But yes, so from next week we'll be on our new time slot, thanks to the seasonal change as you head into autumn.
Yeah.
And we head
then,
into
well-
full-on summer.
Well, so as we've gone back to the time that we should be on, I guess. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't-
Who
we
knows?
We change in summer, right? Because it's called British summertime, whereas now it's called Greenwich Mean Time, which is based on the Greenwich Meridian, which is what all the time zones are based for some reason. Starts at the UK. That's what I don't know. But good for
I
us.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you
Don't know.
interesting.
Welcome to everybody watching. Welcome to everybody watching. Please let us
South
know you're
Africa
there.
hasn't changed times in summer since 1944. I found out today.
You know more than I do. You know, absolutely more than I do. I didn't know that. But anyway.
Interested if you were going to change it any time, but apparently you don't do that. You never change the clocks.
Never
in
have.
South Africa.
No, never have. Never have. Anyway, let's get on to our first guest. We'll start off with South Africa this week. I think we started off with the UK last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we should probably get the UK later on, because they're all expecting to be on at 6 tonight.
They all, yeah. The UK guys are all like
Oh,
really.
they're all there.
They were like, these guys are
Eager.
like on time. And
They're going,
but
get us in early. We can get to the pub. 'Cause the pub's
but
at 10,
ladies
we've got the
first,
timing.
ladies first, and we definitely going ladies first, all the way from South. I don't even know what cities it's in, but let's get our first guest on. Good evening, Michaela.
Michaela,
Michaela Jones. Michaela Jones. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Let's do this.
Yeah,
And then we're
that's what
gonna
songs.
put the
Yeah,
rose
there you go.
between the thorns. There we go. That looks much better now. Good evening, Michaela. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Welcome to New Music Mondays on Discover TV.
Welcome.
Great to have you. We're struggling to hear you a little bit. You sound a bit soft.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
There you go. That's a bit better.
Yeah, I think I just need to come closer to my phone.
I know what it is. Okay, so are you on your phone?
I am.
Okay, so just quickly on your phone, there's a thing called Cam Mic.
Got you.
Click on audio, and there should be a thing there that says unclick echo suppression or whatever it is.
And
Echo canceller. That's better.
there we go.
That's much better. Much better. Now I can hear you. See, little technical things making life a lot easier. So welcome to New Music Mondays. So tell everybody that do not know you, who is Michaela Jones?
Who is Michaela Jones? Michaela Jones is born and bred South African, singer-songwriter, dancer, performer, and I am your typical girl next door with a bit of an edge, I'd like to think.
Oh, we like that. Nothing wrong.
That is a good tagline.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated explanation, it's not a fancy explanation, but I am exactly this person you see in front of me today.
We like it. We like it. So how would you describe the music of Michaela Jones?
So the music is very much R&B inspired, fully R&B inspired actually. But I'm always experimenting. So R&B is the core, and then I branch
Cool.
out into hip hop, rap. I have been indulging quite a bit in neo soul with the recent album.
I was just about to say, what about neo soul? Because I'm hearing that influence there in a big way.
Yes. So that's the one that my debut album will be indulging quite a bit in. So neo soul R&B is what I am about for this phase in my career.
Awesome. I believe you're actually on shoot tonight, so that's why you phoning us from car.
No, I'm
I
actually
tell you what, it's a big car.
It's actually
big
not.
car.
It's a small car. It's a Fiat 500. It's a big
Oh my god,
car.
it looks enormous.
That's a small car. No, that's a small car. I can confess, I've been in one. That's a really driving around Italy in one of those. You're like,
Yep.
It doesn't look like that. It's crazy. It looks like the ceilings look like they're about 3 foot above you.
It's just the angle.
Yeah.
Angles are important.
so Michaela, new single, My Soul.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about the song.
So the song is not the happiest song. It is actually quite a vulnerable, me wearing my heart on my sleeve kind of song. It was me just in a space and time and place in my life where I was scared, and the only coping mechanism I knew that worked for me at the time was numbing myself to me feeling too much. Because I'm an overthinker, I'm a sensitive human being, and this is why I'm an artist. But at the time, numbing myself to it felt like the only way to cope, and that's how my soul came about.
Well, should we take a listen? Let's
We
do
can
that. Let's do that. Here we go. This is Michaela Jones. And let me get to the beginning of the song. We don't start from the end. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Take a listen.
I'm feeling lost and I don't know where to start. Pen to paper, it was easy for my heart, but it's like I'm drained from all of the pain. I've been feeling this way. I've been stuck, and all I want is for this to change. Drink it away. It's here to stay. Yeah. Round and round we go, down and down my soul. I'm sinking on. No teardrops falling. I don't feel nothing at all. Round and round we go, down and down my soul. I'm sinking on. No teardrops falling. I don't feel nothing at all. I'm feeling jaded. That's what he used to say. I should've listened to the voice in my head. Save myself from getting it twisted, yeah. But it was all so simple. Either you here, either you there, baby. He was too scared. teardrops falling, I don't feel nothing at all. Round and round we go, down and down my soul, I'm sinking in. Now teardrops falling, I don't feel nothing at all. Round and round we go, round and round we go. Round and round we go, round and round we go. Round and round we go, round and round we go. Round and round we go. Yeah.
I mute everybody. There we go. Love it. Beautiful track. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much.
Martin, you have to turn yourself up, Martin. Why have you gone to that way? Again,
I don't know. Is that?
I don't
is
know.
that
Let's
better?
quickly see. Caroline and Simon said.
Who was saying turn himself up?
Caroline and Simon said you were soft. Martin's sound is very
No one's
soft.
listening to me anyway. Okay. Well, I'm much louder now. No one's listening to me anyway. I was enjoying that a lot. Listening to it is amazing. Watching it, amazing as well. I kind of always want to. Well, I mean, God, I want to say because there's something I don't do.
What?
Right. So, is like that looks like getting to like hang out in those sorts of environments and dress up and all that kind of stuff. That looks like it's a lot of fun, but is it actually a lot of fun?
It's usually stressful before you get on set because then your mind's like, oh my gosh, do I have everything set in order? Is everything gonna run the way it's supposed to? It's always the beginning that's stressful, but the process, yes, it is literally. It's what do you call it back then when we were kids? Dress up in real life, legit.
Yeah.
It's super
Yeah.
fun.
It looks like you have a lot of fun making music.
It's
Okay?
so cool.
I'm definitely getting that vibe.
Yeah, so I mean, I had free time today, and I said, you know what? Let me do a song, and I did 2 today, just sitting for the fun of it. It really, really does pick up my spirit. It's my everything.
Oh, that's good because that's what music should be. And I think it's we always say
Absolutely.
you can see it in a video and you can hear it in the song as well. You can tell a person's actually enjoyed making it, and that comes across again in the video and in the music. And we were chatting about this last week. It's so important that an artist tells their story. And I think you're definitely telling that story within this song. And I think it's an incredibly beautiful song. And I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more from Michaela Jones in the future as well. What's your plans for the rest of 2020?
So I will be dropping another single very soon, and we're speaking in a
Come
few
on.
weeks, kind of soon.
Fantastic.
And then the album drops first in 2021. So there's a
Wow.
few things lined up. There is a few things.
You're going to have to send us the new single so we can get
Exactly.
you back on.
And
I
this
And get you back on. And this
is
time not from a car.
worldwide release.
Yes.
Is it available on all platforms already? So my soul. Everywhere.
So my
digitally in the whole world.
My Soul is literally everywhere, and you obviously have the music video play tonight as well. The music video is out as well. So anywhere, if you just type in My Soul, Michaela Jones, you will find it.
And how else can they find you?
So my social media platforms are all my name, MIKHALE_JONES. So it's Michaela_Jones. Literally on all platforms, makes it easier for everyone to find me. And that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michaela, for joining us.
No,
Brilliant.
thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate the platform.
Please tell Caroline to send us the new single. We're dying to hear it.
I
Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Great to see you. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Thanks, Michaela. Cheers, bye.
Bye bye.
I love that one. I really do enjoy that one.
That's cool. I mean, don't
Yeah.
it's brilliant as well. Don't you get a sense from like seeing Michaela and chatting to her, and then seeing the video as well?
Yeah.
It's like here's how can I put this? Here's an artist who's got a lot of layers,
Yes,
That's what I
100%.
want. That's what I want to say. You kind of go. You kind of know just by seeing that video. You've only scratched the surface of what Michaela's going to do once you speak to her as
100%.
well. 'Cause you're going to get that.
Yeah. And she just looks like she's a lot of fun to be around.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Okay, I'm excited because you know who I want next.
Oh
You
yeah.
know who I want next.
Absolutely.
You know who I want next.
We've had to wait. Because they
A long time.
They very kindly got in touch with me about this a little while ago and said it's coming out. It's not out yet even. So we are getting the chance to have a look at this before it comes out this Friday. So
I can't tell you how excited I am. You know, this is like one of my favorite finds of 2020. You do know that, don't you?
I know.
You do know that, Bon.
I absolutely know that. I think we know that. Yeah. But there's
The
been,
whole
I mean,
world knows it.
there's been a few of them, to be fair, but absolutely.
Hang on. I've got to
Where've they
first
gone?
do this because no. They haven't gone anywhere. I've got to tell Rion, are you watching the show? Because if I don't tell Rion and he misses this, I am not going to hear the end of it. So let me quickly send him a link and I hope he is. Otherwise, Rion is going to be very upset with me. Anyway, let's get back to the music. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
babies.
Are we ready? Let's
Yeah.
get them in. Andrew, Mark, No
Hey.
Prism.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Good evening,
You
gentlemen.
alright?
I hope you heard that build up.
We did indeed.
Yeah. I just texted
kind.
him and I was like, he's talking about us.
I thought we were on next. Who are they talking about?
Oh, guys, you know how excited I am about you guys. I mean, jeepers. That last single is still on my top 10 playlist for the year, and it's just not going anywhere. So yes, to say I'm a big fan is an understatement. So welcome to New Music Mondays once again, and I'm
it's back on again.
yeah,
Be back, dressed for
Absolutely.
the weather, guys, as well. Dressed for the winter.
Yeah.
When I think when we last spoke, it was the height of summer. It was like just beautiful weather.
It's the northeastern breeze and freeze coming in pretty soon up here,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah. But Newcastle's a good place to be in the winter, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Depends. We're on that tier 2 lockdown thing at the minute.
Oh,
so
are you? Is that Newcastle Tier 2? Right. Okay.
It means you can do anything except have fun. So,
So do anything but and listen to music.
Do you think
Yeah.
this? Do you think this is the actual? This is the conspiracy theory. It's all about killing our fun. That's all it is. No
No.
fun
I
anymore.
wouldn't argue with you.
Now, none of the governments want us to enjoy our lives anymore. They've had it. They want to take it away.
Ironically, then the new single is called.
Happiness. Because we're very happy.
There's a very happy people. So new single out this Friday. Fourth single now, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Third, fourth?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah, that's
Fourth-ish.
fourth
Yeah.
one, yeah.
So
We
we
did put out one earlier on and we removed it again. Just to,
Okay.
But
We
I
caught
thought-
up with you guys last time with House of Smith, which, as Julian and I both said, we absolutely loved it. How's it been going since you've had that out? How did it all go down?
it went really well with that. It's difficult to know, isn't it? Because at the minute we can't get out and do gigs or anything. And all we've really got to judge is by how many people follow you on Spotify, how many people respond to things on Twitter and stuff like that. So it all feels a little bit weird. But so we've just decided to crack on and write songs and release them until we can get out there and do some live stuff. And hopefully by that point, people might turn up and watch us.
Oh no, I think they will. I think they will.
so. I think so.
No doubt about
If they don't, they're daft. It's a great video for this one again as well. Is it? How does it come about? Was that difficult? Was this done before we were all kind of shut down, or was this an idea that came about because you think we're kind of we're limited?
And it was under the radar.
So we for the videos so far we've every time we bring a single out, we're like, right, we're going to be in this one.
Uh-huh.
And then it gets about 3 weeks before it's due out, and then we haven't done it, and we're like, we're gonna have to do the same again. So we know this guy in Russia who shoots loads of footage, and every time we've gone at the last minute and said like, have you got any new footage? and then we kind of edit it ourselves. So we kind of get all this footage and make a storyline out of it, which is quite fun to do.
Brilliant.
One day
cool.
we'll be in there.
Because it's great style. I mean, the character. Well, we'll see it in a minute, but the I don't know, what would you call him? The lead actor, the character in it. He is a character, isn't he? He's got one of those kind of
Quirks. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had that on the previous video as well. So you definitely seem to be creating these features, for want of a better word, in the videos of these kind of like really different kind of, left of center characters. Yeah,
I suppose really they're just more interesting to watch than us. That's probably that's basically how it boils down to, the fact they've got more interest than what we have, so to look better.
What he said.
Have you guys been able to get together? I know you're kind of separate at the moment. Are you having to work together remotely? Are you able to get together to work? How's it working?
Well, we sort of write remotely, don't we? We very rarely meet up and jam in the classic sense, but we do practice. We've been practicing quite a bit actually over the last sort of 2 months with a drummer, so it's all getting like ready for that live thing next year. But we're still practicing once a week or so, but we're writing all the time, so it's like constantly back and forth, emails, Zoom calls, that sort of stuff.
Well, we need more. We need more No Prism, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I can't wait till there's an album, and I want to see you guys live. That is without a shadow of a doubt. It has to be a definite thing for 2021. What year are we going into? Yeah, 2021.
2021.
Yeah, that's it.
I understand why you don't know. It's
like, I don't even know what day it is, never mind what year it is half the time. I think this show keeps me knowing that, it's the beginning of the week. It's Monday.
Must be Monday. Even that got
Must
confusing.
be Monday.
I saw a thing, I was talking about this going back to GMT earlier on. I saw a meme or something yesterday. It's saying the last thing we need is an extra hour of 2020.
Yeah.
You have to agree with that, yeah. Okay, let's get to the video because I'm excited. I want to watch this again for about the 10th time so far. So here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, No Prism live on New Music Mondays with Happiness.
Stop scratching up the walls.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Ah, wow. Brilliant. I'm just getting WhatsApps on my phone. My phone's just going ballistic. What a sick track, mate. It was going like, whoa, what a sick track, mate. I'm like, yeah, well, I told you so. Told you so. I need to see this live. We have to. Are you guys going to be, even maybe before the end of the year, do a virtual live concert at all?
We don't know. I don't know what I feel about stuff like that. So maybe. We have booked some gigs in for like next year, in kind of roundabout sort of April, May time. I think that should be enough time.
Fantastic.
Too long. When do you see you before that?
Is that going to be a local area, or where are you playing?
At the minute, yeah, but I think we're going to see how this next couple of singles go as well to see whether we should book things further afield or not.
Yeah.
Come to South Africa. Come to South Africa.
Come to South Africa.
Yeah.
You'll like it. You'll like it.
It's horribly
It's
hot,
horrible.
apparently.
It's horribly hot.
But I think it's so
We've got
fantastic.
great beaches, beautiful women, stunning weather. What more do you want?
Sorry. Sounds good to me.
That's a good sales pitch. But yeah, it's a great track. I mean, you've been hitting around. I think I was having a quick look earlier on Spotify. You're getting about 50,000 odd listens on the last two singles. So hopefully this one will get that and beyond. And the others will pick up as well. It's great music. What's your pipeline looking at? Have you got sort of lots in already done, or is you like I think you said it was kind of we'll write and release? Are they coming out sort of as you do them, or have you got a bit already done?
We've got loads done, haven't we? 'Cause we wrote an album sort of last year, but then we've written loads of other stuff since. So that stuff kind of been put to the side a little bit. And we're just kind of feeling our way through it at the minute. Like I said earlier, it's a bit difficult with the current situation to know the best way to do it. So we're just going with our instincts, I think, at the minute, and just sticking out and get excited about it.
We could probably release a song like every month if we wanted to. Just, is there really a need to do that? I don't know. Probably like just.
Well, you'll keep us fans happy. You'll keep us fans happy.
If you're asking me and Julian, the answer to that is
yes. It's an absolute thumbs up from us. I'll download. I'll share every single month. No problem. And all my friends will as well, because you've already got a bit of a fan base growing here in South Africa.
Nice one.
Maybe we should come and play there.
yeah, we're gonna definitely try and make that happen. No doubt about it.
It's another great track. It's great. It was great to hear it. I think because track. I think also because it's not. You can tell it's you guys, but it's not the same as the previous stuff, and that's great as well. And
it's evolving.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. It's a great sound. And I hadn't even noticed on that video. I hadn't even noticed the bit that went to color in the middle of it before I was watching it just now. I was like, oh. That's cool as well.
And the sepia thing, the shake at the end there, it's very cool.
That was all
very cool.
That's really good stuff. I mean, even you saying like the fact that you've put that together from footage that's come from elsewhere, I'm just like, but it looks like you designed it to be like that. That's smart as hell. Love it. Fantastic.
Yeah, but we did design it. We just didn't film it.
But it looks like you chose the characters because both the videos that we've had so far, the characters fit the video so well. They fit the song. Yeah. And I think that's also like...
That's kind of intentional, and I think it is like it's fun to do that kind of thing. I think to try and create a story out of just a load of snippets of bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Well, big ups for that. That's brilliantly done. Brilliant,
fantastic. Guys. Well, we love you guys. So like, absolute best of luck and keep them coming because I think it is fantastic. Can't wait to hear the next one. But in the meantime, we'll just keep playing the stuff that we've got. So
and just
we'll just have to make do, won't we?
No Prism on all social media. No Prism on all social media. So go out there and find them. And listen, we'll be sharing the tracks. I know I will. This is going straight up to all my playlists right now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Have a look again.
Take care, guys. Hopefully see you soon. And thanks for coming on early. Thank you very much for making the time to come
yes,
early.
Thanks for coming early.
No problem.
It's only because Mark didn't even realise the clocks had changed.
Yeah, I was still asleep.
It's all Martin's fault. It's all Martin's fault.
It's been me. Yeah.
All right,
thanks,
you and me both, Mark.
Exactly.
All right, take care, guys.
No props.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
And there you have it. Hang on, I'll get rid of banners now because this week I've got all these weird banners I have to put up that I don't normally have to do.
It's like a Wes Anderson movie in miniature, that video.
I just loved it. That's such a great track. And I mean, we've got 2 great tracks still coming up. So I'm like really chuffed. And the next artist that we're bringing onto the show, I really was like blown away when I first heard this. I was like, wow, why have I not heard this young man before? It was a real it was a pleasant surprise. Should we bring him in?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to go UK to UK, and then we're going to bring on an old friend of mine. Mark's hanging out in the background there. I can see him in the background. Mark, hang 5, because we got lots to talk about. But let's bring Luke James Williams. Luke James Williams.
Hello.
Good evening, young man.
Got flies.
How's it going?
I've got flies in the
Good
studio.
on you.
I've got a fly. One fly in the studio. That's why I keep doing this. Sorry. Luke, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Splendid. Luke's got a proper. See, Luke's a proper professional.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this. Let's show this.
Yeah, no. Look at
Wow, look at
Come
that. That's what you call a setup. Not us lazy buggers.
Well, no, I've just got the nearest mic to hand. He's got a proper one with a pop shield. Julian's not even got a microphone
It's
tonight.
making an effort.
I know, and it sounds it. Listen to it. Listen to how gorgeous you sound.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad it was worth the effort.
It was. It
Oh, it definitely was. Hang on, we can show everybody one more time. Here we go. Look at that, guys.
Look at that. Guitars.
That's proper.
Everything.
Proper. There we go. I like the way they did that. Did you like that fade out?
It's quite good. That's quite good. That's quite
Quite
good.
impressed. StreamYard are upping the game.
We'll stop talking about ourselves now, Luke, and talk about you instead. So, how have you been? It's been a while since we had you on last. Actually, not that long. Since.
Oh, yeah. Now I recognise you. And I'm going, hang on, we've had you on before.
Yeah.
Back in June.
This song is so different to the last track, if I'm not mistaken.
It is a
And I
bit
think
different, yeah.
That's what threw me, because it's like kind of when I got the song from Martin, I was like, wow, this is new, this is fresh, this is really good. Who is this guy? But now that I see you, I'm like, oh, okay, hang on, I've seen you before. You're an old mate.
No, it's a little bit different, this one. But yeah, so at the very start of the year, I embarked on like recording an album, and basically we only managed to get 2 songs completely finished before we went into lockdown. And so yeah, the first was the one that I shared in June called This Says, and then Blood Jump is the other track that I managed to completely finish. So yeah, it was nice to share that. I don't know, it was 10 days ago or something like that. It came out now.
Yeah.
So
Last week,
it's been really cool.
It's another great track. I mean, I first heard, I think, off the back of the EP, wasn't it? That was out. Is it 2 years ago now?
It's coming up to 2 years. Yeah, it was November. Sort of like November 2018. So
Yes, which I
coming
keep
up
wanting to call. Is it Drove? Is that the name of the EP?
That's the one. Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Dove, but it's Drove. Yeah, which is
Yeah,
which was
Drove.
great, and the track Rabbit Hole that really caught my attention then. But of course, we've also spoken a few times about previous bands that you were in as well, and local connections to around here as well. So you've been a busy
Oh,
guy, but now back in the studio to complete the album. I think I saw yesterday.
Yeah, so it's been nice.
brilliant.
So since I think it was sort of in maybe August, September time when we could get back in the studio and continue work. So, but yeah, we've been trying to put in quite a lot of sessions over the last kind of sort of month or so, and yeah, we're really it's really taking shape now. So, which is really nice. Just so nice to get back in. I guess it's going to feel a little bit strange because obviously we recorded like these first 2 songs for the album like nearly a year ago. So, but I think I'm really pleased with how it's kind of shaping together. I mean, the songs are from the same. It was always intended that they would be part of the same album. So, but yeah, it's I'm really excited to to be back in the studio and to be and the prospect of sort of releasing more new music in the new year. So
Yeah, fantastic. And you get great.
Brilliant.
You've been getting a great reception on both of these new tracks, but I think in particular, I think we may have mentioned before, you've got a fairly well-known. He's quite a big fan, isn't he? Or sort of well-known supporting gentleman on Radio 6 Music in the UK.
yeah.
Tom Robinson. Do you know who I mean if I say Tom Robinson, Jules? 2468 more or whatever.
Not
War Babies? No, don't know Tom Robinson.
No.
Okay.
Maybe
I'll have to fill you in later, but definitely. I mean, he's a huge supporter of independent music in the UK.
he's kind of like John Peel. Like,
I was about to
Yeah.
say, is it the John
God
Peel
bless
of...
him.
He's
Yeah,
sort
God
of
bless
he's,
him.
he's
John's
taken
not around
on that.
anymore.
Yeah,
but
he's sort of
Tom's trying to
taken on
take
that mantle,
mantle.
isn't it? He's really taken on that mantle of it. I'm the spokesman for independent music in the UK.
Oh, that's
sort of
brilliant.
a sort of a figurehead, and he's a big fan. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, he's been a massive support. He's my old band, the October Game, he gave us a lot of support, and every time I've put something out, I've sent it to him, and he's always really honest. There's been some stuff that I've done that he's not been so keen on, and which is absolutely cool. But then there's been tracks that I've sent him that he's really connected with, and given me so much support, and even the whole time that I've kind of known him, he's just been such a massive help, in terms of advice. Obviously, he had an extremely successful career, and still has an extremely successful career as a songwriter and performer.
Yeah.
But also, just the amount that he does for new music is just unbelievable. And it's just been a real blessing, really, to have his support.
Yeah, it's worth checking out for any independent artists listening as well. It's worthwhile checking out Tom's stuff, because he's a great supporter of independent music, but he's a great advisor to independent artists as well in terms of.
Yeah, you should check out his website. He has loads of great blog posts and advice for independent artists and young musicians, and Martin,
you need to get him on the show so we can have a chat to him, Martin.
I will do my best. Might need Luke's help with that one, but yeah, we'll get him on. Why not?
Yeah, why not? We need advice here in South Africa as well, because it's one thing that we do lack. Our new music scene tends to it's not happening like it is in the UK, and we need more of it.
Yeah. So this video for this track, which we're about to show, how did that come about?
So I kind of made a connection with Micah over Twitter quite a while ago. I think it was around the time about 2 years ago when I put Drove out, and he contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in sort of having an animated video, and at the time, sort of the songs from Drove I didn't really feel could benefit from an animated music video in the style in which Micah kind of creates. And but I really loved this style, and then it just so happened when I had this song, I just thought, well, this is it's quite the song's quite trippy as well, and so I just thought Micah's animation would be absolutely perfect for it, and luckily he really liked the track and was able to help out and create the video for it.
Does it take long to put something like this together? Because we'll see it's an animated video. Is it? Did you?
Yeah, I think a
is it
lot
the sort
of
of thing that's kind of weeks later. I got the video back, or how does it work?
Yeah, well, he was able to. So sometimes, in terms of creating something completely from scratch, obviously that's extremely time consuming and kind of obviously costs a lot of money, would be way out of my budget. But Micah does he has a lot of I guess he's built up almost like a library of animations over the years that he's been working. So he was able to sort of make me something that was kind of put together out of stuff that he already had. Mm-hmm. Which obviously was a lot more. It made it possible for me in terms of budget, but I honestly, the way it's come out, I'm so pleased with, and I was really glad that Micah liked the track so much, because to me it looks like he could have made it completely from scratch. I think really
absolutely.
It suits the song so well, and I've been really delighted with it. I remember the first time I saw it, I was just absolutely blown away, and I've been really pleased with everyone's reaction both to the song and the video, and I think they go hand in hand really nicely.
Yeah, so a fantastic compliment to the music, as you said, and it's a great track. As I said, I know it's kind of everyone knows, and Jules going, oh yeah, of course I remember now. But it is a little bit of it's not a departure, but it is a different sound to the previous song.
Yeah, it's different. It's probably the closest thing to a happy song I've ever written in my life. But it is a bit of a one-off. So if anyone was thinking that that this is a sign of a new direction, certainly not. There's plenty of sad tracks coming. So but no,
okay. I was going to say, if there's going to be a dance mix, it's for this one.
Yeah. No, I was really pleased. I think it's never good to sort of question yourself too much, or to sort of think, oh, this is going to be, this is, when I came up with it and I kind of finished the song, it just felt very natural, and I was kind of did take me by surprise, because it was a little bit different. But I think I'm pleased that I've kind of got a song in that style, which still sounds although it sounds different, it's still very me.
Yeah.
It's still got like, you know, I sort of am someone that I like to inject sort of a lot of atmosphere into my music, and I think it still retains that, even though it's sort of like a bit of a different vibe. So yeah, it's good. I like to push myself and not to sort of retread old ground. And so yeah, it feels like a nice part of the progression moving forward.
Fantastic.
Should we take it?
Shall we have a listen?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Luke J. Williams, Blood Jump.
You'll never know the things you do to me. The way the earth bends under my feet. It's hard to explain the way you make me feel. It's like life becomes realer than real. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. You take me to places I've never been, to other worlds rarely seen. And when we sail to these different planes, well, your love's the drug coursing through my veins. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. All this hidden beauty reveals itself to me. The world looks like a different place with you by my side. When I open my eyes, a place where I wanna be. You make my blood jump around. Everything changed when you came around. Well, you lifted me up off of the ground. So now I float everywhere that I go. And I need you more than you will ever know. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. I start to taste colors and I start to see sound. I wanna get lost with you and never be found. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around. You make my blood jump around.
Wow. Okay. That just. Excuse my French, but that's fucking good. Excuse my language, but that really is. I mean, actually now, and listening to it again now, that this is probably the third time I've listened to it, but every time I listen to it, there's little things I pick up on. And I think that's what I really like about the track, is that it's not just that first listen that gets you, it's the second and the third and the fourth listen, and you sit there and you go like, whoa, I didn't hear that the first time. So that just shows you the genius of a song, of a good song, is that it keeps you coming back wanting more. And that's definitely what I find with a song like that. It keeps me wanting to listen again and again and again.
Oh, thank you very much.
And that can only be a good thing.
Cheers.
That can only be a good thing.
Couldn't agree more. And the other thing I
Yeah.
want to add to that is it makes you want to listen to more as well. It's like just the thought
Yeah.
now of having an album from you, Luke, and being able to
Yeah.
listen to, I
It's
don't
like,
know,
hang on, we want more.
10, 11 tracks or whatever it's going to be, and just going, yeah, I can put that on and just listen to this for an hour or so is going to be such a pleasure. So looking forward to that massively.
Yeah,
you very much.
and for me, you could put that song on any radio station anywhere in the world and it would fit. It's not like you're sitting there like going, oh, that's a new artist or whatever. You just go like, that's a great song. Doesn't matter who sung it. Doesn't matter where it comes from. It's a great song, and I think that's what's so important with good music today. And that's kind of one of the reasons we do this show is because we find such great music like this. So yeah, mate, really, really good track, and I can't wait to hear an album. Can't wait to hear an album. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I'm like I want to push play again. Can we go and listen again?
Just put it on again.
Just put it on again. Mark will hang out in the background.
For anyone listening, of course, they can go and listen to it again, and should go and listen to it again.
Yeah,
so where can they find you, Luke?
Probably the best place is if you go to my website, which is lukejameswilliams.co.uk. There's all links off from that page off to all of my social media pages from there. So it's probably the best place to head.
I'm interested to see what Mark, who's we got coming up on after you, it's a friend of mine that I've known for the last 30 years that I've worked with in the music industry. I'd like to know what Mark thinks of that. So yeah, I'm Mark, you're going to have to give us your opinion.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
Cool. Thank you, Luke.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
It's great to see you.
Anytime.
Take care.
Hopefully we'll catch up. Maybe catch up in person at some point. soon.
That'd be lovely. That'd be really
I'd like to see it live. I'd like to see you live. I have a feeling it would be really good live.
Thank you. No, hopefully it won't be too long before normal gigging can resume.
We hope
Definitely.
so. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Take care,
guys.
man. See you
Take
soon.
care.
Take
See you
care.
later.
Bye.
Cheers.
It's gone. It's just me now. Julian's decided it's just going to be me for the rest of the show. So welcome to the Martin Lumsden New Music Mondays show on Discover TV. The problem now is, of course, I can't cue any music, so we'll just...
No. I just my whole thing just restarted itself. That was the weirdest thing ever.
I was just thinking, should I rename it New Martin Mondays or New Music Martins? I don't know.
That was bizarre. It's like everything just went gone and then came back.
That's what I mean.
That's
I
so
don't mind presenting a show. I do one on a Thursday. It's just that normally I've got the ability to cue some music. It was literally going to be me for 15 minutes.
It might be this old back of mine, Martin. It's like, as I told you, I'm too maxed down today, so it's like, oh man,
That was
couldn't get
thrilling.
worse.
It's just for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, that got the adrenaline going for a couple of minutes there. I was like, hey, hold on, it's just me. What's going on?
Anyway, let's get another guest on. All the way from up the road from me, we have Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening.
Howdy, man.
So,
How's it going?
So let me put this into context, Martin. This young man, I've had the pleasure of knowing for probably 28 years of my life, somewhere around, I don't know, but most of my music career. And probably he's the reason why I kept on going in music. Mark and I worked together for many, many years, and I've seen Mark go through many iterations of different bands. Probably one of the best sound engineers I've ever known in my life, bar none, and a great guitarist, friend, musician, and I'm really happy to have you on the show today, mate.
Practicing will get you everywhere, Julian.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, no, this is and Mark, and I'm kind of glad that you came on after Luke, because that kind of like Mark and I have recorded so many bands together, but I'd just love to know what you thought of that, because that kind of took me by surprise in a big way in terms of as a song. What do you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed that quite nicely. I'd like to hear his darker stuff, because you know me, I like the dark, dreary.
We like the sad songs.
He can go darker. Yes, I'm keen to hear that. So I've taken a note, and I'm going to go listen. Maybe on my radio show, I'll play something.
I think, as Luke said, that's probably an unusually happy song for him, actually.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't struggle to find the darker stuff, I don't think.
No. And Martin, just like you, Mark also has an online music show.
Awesome.
Yeah, like you. When's yours on?
Tuesday afternoons, South African time, 12 till 3, and then Friday morning, 6 to 9, South African time.
Share the link with us so we can share it with everybody as well.
Yeah, definitely. Want to check it in. See, Mark's actually doing a proper show. I do an hour on a Thursday. Mark's doing like 3 hours, 2 days a week. That's a proper show.
Yeah.
He's actually putting some time and effort into it, because I'm just like, an hour. See you later, guys. Next week. Bye.
It's a very new station, and they're putting us under pressure.
Okay.
Just so people know, where can they find your show, Mark? What's the URL?
It's rrr.cat, Rebel Rock Radio. You can also download the app. Yeah, or download the app in any of the app stores. is we got an app about 2 weeks ago. I finally finished the app and got it out there. So.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Well, good to have new music. So tell us about the Fistmits, if you need. Martin, go. Martin,
what do you want to know about the Fistmits?
Martin wants to know if you need another DJ on your show.
Basically, yeah.
Can get some international feel in there.
I might need help from his stuff. I suspect he's got more listeners than we have.
I don't know. But anyway, tell us about the Fistmits.
Before we get onto that, big shout out to everybody on Mixcloud as well. We're now live on Mixcloud, as everybody knows. And our little Mixcloud community is growing quite nicely. I'm really chuffed about that. Sitting at about 15 strong, I think, now, which is a great start to something that we've never been involved.
And a quick shout out to Mixcloud again, because I mean, just today, they're just reminding themselves, and good job for them to actually say the difference between Mixcloud and everyone else. Is all this story about people getting takedown requests and all this stuff about being online and saying, oh, you get your music cancelled and all that kind of stuff, and then pointing out again the reason is it's because they haven't bothered to get any proper licensing sorted out, and Mixcloud is properly licensed, so all the artists get paid, no problem.
The way it should be.
The way it should be.
The way it should be.
Boom.
Say hello. Anyway. Dylan's coming to say hello quickly. Come in.
Broadcast over.
There we go. The young Von Plato.
He's now a young adult. Right?
Young adult. The way he's growing, and he's going to make us dinner. Yeah, dinner.
Yay! Right.
Let's get back to the Fistmits. Mark, tell us what's been happening.
Yes. Well, we've just done an album that released about 4 weeks ago. Finally got my ducks in a row during COVID and finished the project. So I was quite happy about that.
Now, this project's been a couple of years in the making. I mean, since...
Well, we started in, 2016, somewhere around there. And then we had a few lineup changes. We did that EP in 2017. And then we were in and out of the studio recording practice sessions and things like that. And then, so then towards the end of last year, I was starting to take stock of all the stuff. You know, we had 20-odd recordings, and we were never really finished with all of them. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is actually sounding good. And the next one is sounding good. And the next one, and then I realized, actually, Mark, just make some time, put some vocals, and get it done. It was like, do we release one song at a time? And I just said, you know what? I'm like, I feel like a pregnant lady. I'm just going to get the whole thing out. So that's what we did. So, and then we can move on to the next chapter. I don't, as an artist, you need to document a point in time. This is the point in time. Done. Let's move on to the next version or whatever it's going to be.
Of whatever it may be.
Yeah.
We've still got projects to finish. Somewhere along the line, Mark, we've still got projects to finish. Those are like 10 years in the making that we keep on like going back and forth, and then we'll start again, then we'll stop, and then it's like, oh God, life takes over. I suppose that's exactly what happens.
That's exactly it.
Cool. So for those guys that are new to the Fistmits, how would you describe the sound?
I think it definitely falls into the sort of the alternative rock indie kind of genre. You know, still everybody listens to it and goes, oh, it reminds me of like the early 90s. Yeah, but that's
good times.
That's when I was playing as much as I possibly could and was writing as much as we possibly could, and a lot of the songs still come back from sort of that time too. So it's some of these songs were written 3 or 4 weeks before we actually finished the album, and some of them were written way back in '97 kind of thing. So it's that's the beauty of being older, is you carry a lot more baggage. You can maybe dig back. You can your Pandora's box is maybe just a little bit bigger.
That pile. That pile. There we go. That pile. There we go.
I'm sure I've still got lyrics of Julian's running around here somewhere from like 1993.
93.
Publish them.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a it's not an unusual path. I mean, and maybe people just don't admit to it, but I know like the likes of Radiohead and Coldplay as well. I think at least a couple who will kind of go, yeah, we write songs and then we don't use them, and then we come back to them years later because they finally found the right place now that they didn't quite have at the time. So it's good to have that catalogue and know that the art is worth something. It's not all kind of nothing's ever wasted. I think the Beatles had that approach as well.
Yeah, you just keep it and you revisit it, and you might be revisiting a riff, and then sometimes you find something else, and then you put it together. I think I'd hate to have the pressure of having to write that song or finish that thing. Rather just let it happen organically.
No, for sure. It's actually just making me think of something, yeah?
Good.
And I'm gonna play out with it tonight because I had another song lined up, but it kind of like makes me feel that I think we need to play out with the classic Mark song from way, way, way back when, and I've got it on SoundCloud, so I just think we might.
Oh.
It's a song called Fall.
How are you going to put a visual to it?
Doesn't matter. That's
not me. That's not
that was part of you. You were part of that. It just brings back all those memories. So it's kind of like, maybe I have to play them both out because I had a nice track lined up for tonight, actually, for our play out song.
All right, okay.
But I just might play that. So yeah, tell us about Questions, new single. Well, that's the video that we've got for tonight.
Yeah, that's the only video I have of the album. It's just something I threw together to kind of get something there. Questions have been around. It's probably 2018 I wrote it. It's more in the almost bluesier track. We always refer to whenever somebody asks us something, I'll say, yeah, that's that bluesy one. They go, oh yes, I know that. It seems to be more of like the musos really love the song. Struggling a bit with getting sort of airplay, I think, because it's about a contentious topic. Nobody wants to really deal with alcoholism as a subject, and this one deals with sort of the hard-hitting aspect of that. It's a tough song and it sits at 5 minutes, but it's one of my favorite songs. I love to play it live, and it gets a great response.
Cool. Let's take a listen. Let's take a watch.
Yeah.
Here we are. Let me just get it. I've got too many things open here. Where have you got there, Mark? There you go. There you go. Okay, here we go, guys. Bang, let's play this.
Change have started to blow this place. I need something else to hold on to. And as I stand here, the excitement builds. I want to run out and hide. She is laughing through all her jokes. I don't think that she can see the smoke. And so I ask her if she's counting costs. It seems to me she's in denial. All these questions, too many questions. What did you want from me? I can't get you out of my mind. All these questions, too many questions. What did you want from me? I can't help you if I try. Just one more drink, you refuse to think. I know that you want the pain to go away, but you can blame him all that you want. It seems to me he's not the only one. Too many questions, all these questions. What did you want from me? I can't what did you want from me? I can't get you out of my mind. All these questions, too many questions. What did you want from me? I can't help you if I try.
Questions, the Fizz Smiths. Love it. Good old fashioned rock and roll.
I
the
love
way we
this.
like
I love the switch back to the rehearsal room at the end of the video.
It's when you're screwed. You've because we recorded everything. We recorded a lot of the stuff. A lot of the album was actually done in that little 3x3 sort of rehearsal room because we used to record a lot and then sort of. I like to listen to it afterwards because when you're playing the song, you don't really get perspective. And so we had all this stupid footage, and it's like, okay, I need a video. Let me just put as much as I can. I've got my son's recording of us live at Hard Rock, and just put some stock footage in there and just get something out.
Yeah, but it works, man. It's like it's kind of everybody that's done the videos. I think all the videos are footage. Well, no, actually, not Michaela's is absolutely kind of on a different level. But it's all of them have got this sense of inventiveness and the kind of like I want to have something that kind of demonstrates gives me something that's appropriate for. They're all completely right for the songs that you're doing. It kind of proves that there's all sorts of levels of stuff that you can do, and it all just helps tell the story and it helps present you as an artist, you as a band, and it's like you can. I'm not saying everybody should have a video, but I don't think you should be scared of putting something together. I guess is the point.
Yeah, I mean, and you can go to one extreme to the other. I mean, like Luke's track with the animation, it fits the song so well. Where Michaela, the dressing, everything was just perfect. And No Prison have got stories that they're creating out of all these videos. So I think each video tells its real own story, and it works so well from that perspective. So that's great. Another great track, Mark. Like it, mate.
Yeah, nice job. And I think, and like you said, and I know you said difficult subject to kind of get. I'm sure like radio play and stuff like that must be a little bit tricky because people are, well, it's not very happy, is it? Or whatever their attitude might be. But again, as someone producing music, making art, whatever you want to call it, it's great. There's important subjects to touch on. There's important things to say. So I think it's great that you're taking that stance as well, and not just kind of doing. The kind of I don't know, ball breaker AC/DC type approach to kind of rock and roll is one way of doing it, but there are some other things. There are some other ways to approach things as well.
Julian will know I call a spade, and my writing goes down that line too. I got a D for English, so like I said in another interview, I said to him, I don't have time I don't have the lyrical ability like Stephen King when he's writing a book to describe the color of the grass as the spider is attacking you. I just describe the spider attacking you.
Well, that's what most people are interested in. I thought you said you got a D in English, and the D stood for darker.
Yeah.
Very good, Martin. 10 out of 10 for that. 10 out of 10. I would. You're on form tonight. That's good. That's good. Well, we're going to play out with a real dark track. And kind of like originally I was going to play out with the guy from The National, Matt Berninger, his brand new single, but I'll keep that for another time because I just think playing out with the song kind of fits as this whole dark theme that we've started to head towards later on in the show. And Mark will remember this. I'm going to put it up on screen just to... This goes back...
Okay.
How many years? How many years, Mark? This was
When did you do that,
1995. 1995.
Yeah, I was going to say 3, but now I see it says 95 on the screen.
Yeah, it was actually 95 because I pulled that off the CD. So way back in our youth, Martin, we created this album called Voices for Victory, which was a whole lot of unsigned, unknown bands at that stage. It was one of the first of its kind in South Africa as well, in terms of these kind of compilations of unknown artists at that time. And this was actually a band that Mark was in, and that's why I kind of felt it was just like the right song to play out with tonight. I mean, maybe you want to just tell us a little bit about the track, Mark, because I know the band wasn't originally called Pure Feel. This was just the title we used for this version.
Well, the band was called the Mind Theatre.
Yeah.
And so we that was my university band with Bruce Barrett, who wrote the song. We actually wrote one of the songs on the album the Fizmits released. He's now living in Ireland, and he's a phenomenal songwriter.
Sure. And vocalist.
And vocalist. And then the reason why we changed the name was because the Mind Theatre technically was on sabbatical / broken up. We reformed later after that. But you also sang on this track, Junior.
Did I?
So, yeah. Believe it.
I don't remember.
You did some deep backing vocals at the end, and we kind of stripped it down. We took out a lot of this was more of an acoustic version, so it was sort of getting back to the pure feel of what the song was like.
And that's where the name Pure Feel came from.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's great to end off the show with this as well. And thanks for joining us, Mark. Just remind people how they can find out about the Fizmits.
The best is to either hit the website fizmits.com and then all the links to all the social media there, or on Facebook you can search Fizmits, but make sure you hit Fizmits Band, because there is another Fizmits that's been dormant for 10 years and you could get confused.
Probably. What happened to this band? They already stopped 10 years ago. What the hell are they saying it's new?
Well, we've had guys asking them for gigs and everything like that, and they say, no, we think you're talking about this other band. And then I get another message on Facebook saying, we contacted these guys, and is this now you? And I says, yes, that is us.
That's the problem with all these social media, Cool. But another great show. This is not a music video, so unfortunately we didn't make music videos back in these days. We just made music. We had no budget to make videos, and we didn't have mobile phones like we do now to be able to make music videos as well. So it's kind of like. But for me, this will always remain one of my favorite songs of all time. So I'm really kind of glad to be playing this. I never thought I would be playing this tonight. It was not on my agenda. So I'll just confirm that this was not the plan. I really was looking forward to playing the Nat Burninger. But yeah, this is the first time for you to hear this, Martin. You would never have heard this before. So this is For Your Love from Voices for Victory, the album, which was recorded in 1995. That was before my son was even born. That's old. This is 25 years old. Am I correct in saying that? Yeah. Yep. 25 years. Wow. Okay. Now we're giving away our age. No, it's 25. It's 25 years. 25 years ago. This is For Your Love. What a great track, and what a great way to end the show. Thanks everybody for watching. This is New Music Mondays on Discover TV with me, Jules from Johannesburg.
Martin in London. See you next time, guys.
And we got Mark even that's joining us right in the middle. See you next week, guys. Can't play.
Sometimes I dream. Sometimes it's all we can do. In the face of fear and reality, scarred by histories, we were told time heals all our wounds. But if this is so, why can't I shake this feeling of regret? Yeah, shake this feeling of regret. 'Cause for your love, I will do anything. For your love, I will sing. And my fear rains down on me. Fragile as a baby, yeah. We may plan strategies one by one, but watch them fall due to misinformation. I love to think that we know everything. Before your love, I will do anything. For your love, I will sing. And my fear rains down on me. Fragile as a baby, yeah. For your love.